Welcome students to one more video with some fun facts in Pythagoras theorem of geometry. The theorem is normally taught somewhere in 7th or 8th standard or after that in school. So if you already know the theorem, we can explore some fun facts or some hidden properties or some more tricks about the numbers involved in Pythagoras theorem in this particular video. So before we start with the theorem, let's understand what exactly is the original theorem. So if this is your right angle triangle and if the sides are A, B, C, where C is the hypotenuse, the theorem is A square plus B square is equal to C square, right? And one of the most popular combination that is taught to us in school is this, that if the sides are 3 and 4, if the sides including the right angle triangle are 3 and 4, then find the hypotenuse. We already know how to find out the hypotenuse, so I'm just showing it for you. So if you solve it, it's like 3 square plus 4 square is equal to C square. Your 3 square is 9, your 4 square is 16, that is C square. So your C square is going to be 25. So in that case your C is nothing but 5. Now anyway, this is one of the most popular combination with which the school examples start. So we have already got a triplet. This is also called as a triplet. So with this particular combination, I am going to discuss some more triplets or that will help you in your competitive exam or some different exams to identify or to get the numbers relatively faster. So here, this particular triplet is 3, 4, 5. So the property is this, any combination of numbers in this particular ratio will be a Pythagoras triplet. Now what exactly I mean by that? So if your numbers are 6, 8 and 10, I can call it as a Pythagoras triplet. In fact, this combination will solve or will satisfy this particular equation of Pythagoras theorem. If you want, you can surely cross check that. So 6, 8, 10 will also give a right angle triangle. So in short, if this is a Pythagoras triplet, that means they are giving you a right angle triangle. Now how we can take the help from these numbers, I'll discuss that again with some more examples. So let's have few more combinations. So 6, 8, 10, that is a combination where it's a triplet or it gives you a right angle triangle. Let's have one more combination. So if you have 12, if you have 16, and if you have this as 20, still it's a Pythagoras triplet and this will give you a right angle triangle or this will satisfy Pythagoras theorem. Now let's have one more example. So let's take it as 9, so 12 and 15. Even this is a combination which works. So in short, any combination of numbers in this particular ratio will give you a right angle triangle or you can call it as a Pythagoras triplet. Now how to utilize that? Now it's possible that in certain example, I'm just drawing a triangle here for you. So it's possible that you're already given that it's right angle triangle. You're given the two sides as 9 and 12 and you have to find out the third side or you have to find out the hypotenuse. So here, if you know it's a right angle triangle and if you see that the two sides are in the ratio 3:4, so simply speaking, you have to find out the third side which should be in continuation with the ratio, that is 3:4:5. So if you do that, you can easily identify that this has to be the combination. Now this is not the only triplet. I will show you one more triplet. Again, this example was, or these numbers were one of the part of the popular examples in school. So the other triplet is 5:12:13. Now you can cross check. If you just do the square of 5 and 12 and if you add it, that gives you 13 square. So it's a Pythagoras triplet. So anything in this ratio will also be a Pythagoras triplet. So that is nothing but 10, 24 and 26. So if you know these numbers, they will help you a lot to sort out the examples faster. Now what I mean by that, I have already given you an example here. I will show you one more example, that in case this time if you have some bigger numbers, the way I have given you like 10 and 24. If the sides are 10 and 24, so those who know it, that it's in the ratio of 5 and 12. So obviously the third side has to be in the ratio of 13. So this is like 5 2 times and this is 12 2 times. So this has to be 13 two times, and that's nothing but 26 should be the value of hypotenuse. So there are such many Pythagoras triplet exist. If you know it, you can save your time of doing calculation and you can very much quickly jump to the conclusion. So that's it for Pythagoras theorem triplet.